Hello and welcome to another stream. I'm gonna get started with some Puzzle Rush. Warm up. What am I looking for? I didn't have to go to the screen, but here we are. So my highest is 40. Survival is my favorite. Okay, so I have this check, King's Force back, and then mate. Well, I could win a queen for free. Well, that's actually mate. Okay, so this is a double check, but I can win the rook. Is this a threat? No, I don't think so. Wait, if I take here... Oh, well, I was going to say that this is a threat too, if the queen gets here. No, wait, what am I... So here, queen comes over here, then I just go here and then mate, so I can't do that. That's interesting. I can't take with here. Okay, so if I take, queen comes over here, then the king goes here. Huh. Am I getting mated here? I could go here. Just move out of the way. The queen's still under attack. The knight's under attack and the rook is under attack. I don't think that I can take this because then the queen comes over here. Oh, I have this square, so everything's good. Okay. First instinct was to go here. This goes here. Okay. Okay. So rook comes over here. Queen mates here. Did I just lose my queen? Oh, for mate. I can pick up the rook. Oh, must be check. So I take here first. What? Black to move. Obviously. That wins a queen. Check. King moves here. Mate. That doesn't work. Alright. Queen guards. King can move here. Attack this piece. He goes here or he goes here. Maybe here is better, but then it runs into this check, which isn't so good. Here runs into the same problem. Here runs into this problem. What is his threat right now? I don't want to go anywhere that the queen can also check me, but here has here. Well, then I just pick up this piece, I guess. Oh, he also has this incoming as well, so if I move here, that doesn't exactly work. So perhaps here, and then here, and then I lose the rook. So maybe that's not the right move. Here, queen takes, and then I have the fork on the king and the queen. Okay. that doesn't work. Oh wait, yes it does. To be honest with you, I didn't see the queen was hanging, but it works out. Okay, so here I think is mate. Okay, so I can sack. He takes, I take. He has to move, and then I mate. Take, take, take. Huh. I didn't see that. Okay. If I go here, he just moves here. Well, then I take. He can't get out, so perhaps. Okay, wait to move. I have this check. If he takes, then I can go over here and mate, and that's a forcing move, so I'll try that. Okay. Can he get there, too? He can. That's interesting. So 1, 2, 3, 4 moves, but he needs 1, 2 to stop it. This, I can let these two drop, I guess. I'm just gonna, okay, yeah. Mate. Okay. So I have this. If he takes, I take with check. Oh, also this is hanging. I can take it for. No, I can't. No, I can't. So if I take here, then I expect him to sack. Then I take with check and then pick up the bishop. En passant. Oh. I lost a rook. I could win back the rook, but do I have? Well, actually, I do have this check. He takes, and then I mate here, so that's more forcing. If I take here and he takes here and I take here, he just doesn't have enough time. Check. Mate. Oh. I didn't see that. Oh, I could have just taken it. What was I talking about? What a blind spot. Here, takes, takes, takes. That doesn't work. Here, that would dislodge that piece. I'm doing poorly now. Here, here, here. No, that doesn't work because the bishop guards. Here doesn't work. Here. here, then it goes, I don't know, somewhere over here, so it doesn't really do a whole lot. Here doesn't work. I'm not doing so good on puzzles today. That got 2 in a row wrong. That doesn't work. Here. Oh, then there. Here, then here. Here. Also, I just have this. So if I go here to check the king, king goes back. Then I can pick up a... Oh, I am 1 move away from mate, so if it does not do anything... So if I go here, check... I don't have time to pick up this bishop. Everything will have to be with check. Because I'm 1 move away from getting mated. So 1, 2, sack, take, and then the rook comes down. Okay, playing with black. That comes to mind. But I feel like that's probably not the right move. Yeah, that's definitely not the right move, because then I lose a rook immediately. If I go here, then he checks, and I can't take back, so the king has to move, and it gets forked. So... I have this interesting move. Sacks, queen goes here. Well, not queen, but queen goes here. Or I can sack the queen first, takes, and then mates. Queen sack. I could put it here. King moves. Then here. Yes. Here. Okay, where is he trapped? Which piece do I move? I don't think it's the queen, because then the queen blocks. So it's probably got to be this piece. And then the king can't go... Well, he can go here. And if he goes here, then I can go... Oh, I have this move as well. Which would be mate, yes. Double check, and then mate. Here, here. Here does something, but I don't think that's the right move. Here, king has to move. Where does king move? Probably here. Gotta keep eyes on the rook. Then I can check, and then I can pick up the rook. So, do I have a better move? I can pick up the knight first. I have this check. King moves here. Check. This is the most forcing move in the position right now. King can't move back. King will have to move here because this is covered. So if I check him here, and he comes down here, I think that's too slow. If I go here, then what does he do? Probably goes here. So check. King moves here. If I go here, then he opens up a square by doing this. So that's too slow. Check here. Here. No, that isn't. King is here. Then I can check him here, and then he can move here. If he moves here, then does my knight do anything else? He's so close to getting mated, but he gets to here, and I don't see the follow-up. I can't do this because at a certain point, I'm gonna, well, I could do this, but he's still gonna do this. So it's gotta be this first. Now, I don't think it's this, because then he just moves down. If I do this, and he does this, it doesn't do anything because I can still get it over here. So I think it's this. This is hanging, but I have this queen, moves here, runs away, rook comes over. Okay, there's something here. Ooh. I can move away. If I go here. If I go here and he checks me again, then I can go here. Takes, checks, moves down. I don't know. I don't think it's here because then he just checks me. Oh, never mind. I can't even go there even if I wanted to. So it's got to be probably here, right? Check. No. I don't think so. Check. King moves forward. about Sax? No. 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 It doesn't do enough for me. I could do this, but that doesn't do enough either because he's got his rook on it and it's also doing a job here. That's a move. So if I go here and he goes here and I go here, boy. Okay, so it's here so I can block this check if this ever comes. So if I move it here to try to threaten to checkmate the king can actually make another square by doing this. And that doesn't work, actually. You can actually go back and defend it. What? No, because it's here. So if he goes here, oh, he loses it. So here, where does his king go? Probably checks me here. If I move out of the way, then he can come back over here. What if I sack the rook? If I sack the rook, he takes the rook, then I can mate him. But if he... Oh, that's actually the most powerful move. Well, that's really scary. Okay, but you can't stop both at once. Takes, check. Of somewhere, one of these squares. Oh, well if I take, and he takes, then I can check here first. And then he can move like here. And then I can bring the rook down. Check. Takes. Queen checks. King moves. Rook comes back. King goes. Until I have this like complete, I don't want to like throw it. I want to get to 40 at least. I could force a queen trade. No, I couldn't because he's got this. Take, check, and then I can't get this anymore. I'm gonna try this. Okay. No, I don't see the follow-up check. King can't, oh, he's got to move backwards. I see. And then I have this. I don't have this anymore. So I could check him on the back rank and make him forced to come forward. And then I could check him. Okay. I have this check. forces the king this way, and then I can check him again. And make him move somewhere else. That seems strong, but it's harassing the king and not doing much else, but okay. Okay, so the queen blocks a square. So if I go here, and then he goes here, and then I go here. Or I could go here myself, and if he blocks the king, then that doesn't work because I'm going to lose. That doesn't work at all. Okay. So what if I go here, and then he moves here, and then I can come down and check him here. That seems strong. Okay. So I'm about to lose both the rooks unless I do something fast. If I go here, then if I go here, he checks. You can just parry it like that. Okay. So if I go here, he can go here and lose the queen. I mean, this is still like stronger and it also puts more pressure on here. So I'm going to try this. Okay, so I have this. King moves here. Queen moves here. I mean, that still seems like the strongest move in the position. My queen. My queen. This is also hanging. So if I take here, he takes here, then I can take here. Unless he doesn't. I don't see I mean, I don't want to give up the queen for nothing, so I feel like taking here is first. Then I can take here. Okay. If I take here, queen takes, I can win a pawn with check. So that's something. Not enough, apparently. Alright, made it to 43. Puzzle strength 2442. I don't know if this actually means anything. A lot of people say that it doesn't. You know, it's just like, oh, you can solve puzzles, but, you know, whatever. Alright, so now I'm going to hop into some games. Alright. Adjust. Here we go. Alright. Is there a focus mode? Awesome. I'll make it bigger. So I'm going to go ahead and play the Caro-Kann system. So he goes for Marazzi bind type setup, I guess. I don't think that's the move. Bring out the knight instead. That seems like a reasonable move, so I think I'll try that. He's probably gonna go for something like this, I guess. Let's see here. I can bring the bishop out, but the bishop's gonna get trapped if I get out. So I think I'm gonna leave the bishop inside of the pawn chain for now, because he's got no prospects on the outside. Develop my bishop. I'm not playing very aggressively, huh? Computer would probably want this immediately, because this pawn can never guard it, but he's just gonna do that anyway. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and castle. So this is a backwards pawn now, so that's going to be a weakness for later on. If I can get a knight here to put pressure there, perhaps. I do want to do this. He's going to do something like this, and then I can go over here and check him. No, because the bishop is here, that's never a concern for me. So what I think I'm going to do first is I'm going to start with doing this, and then I want to push this in the next turn. Alright. It also makes it possible to get this knight here instead of here. Oh, my bad. Well, I don't have to take though, so I'm going to put more pressure on here. Which probably I should have taken immediately, just to have prevented that. But this is the position. So I could do this, but I think it's too early. So I can continue doing like a queenside attack instead. Let's see here, what else do I have? If he wants to get one or the other knight here, can continue. This is kind of passive, but it does connect the rooks. So I think I'm going to start by doing that, get the queen here at a point. I mean, I am playing black, so I'm on the defensive. Doing this just makes it, and then he can do that, so that doesn't really work. That, and then, I don't know, this. But that's okay now because this rook is okay. So this guy moves out of the way. I don't know where he's going. So I could put my knight here. If we trade, then he goes like here, and I can't hang on to that pawn unless I do this. But then I'll have a backwards pawn. If I go for the center immediately, which I don't think so I want to do, should I go for here? Should I go for this and try to dislodge the knight? But the knight still wants to go here or here. Is this a good move? The queen wants to go here at some point to do that or something. I don't have this move. I don't especially love this move. Try to break apart. That doesn't really do much for me. Repositioning the knight seems kind of interesting, but he's gonna take. So what if I go, oh, I can't because he's still got this. But at a certain point, I can try to win the knight. Just not right now. So I could not do that at this point. So I think I'm gonna start by moving the queen here. I just need to make a move because I'm already down on time. It doesn't really do much. I'm not threatening to take. Okay, so he's got this. I could give up the bishop if I wanted to. This is my bad bishop, so that's not so much a concern. Okay, I think I'm going to take once now, because he can't get his knight there. And depending on what he takes back with, if he takes with this, then I'll just take back. I could even consider, okay. So now I'm thinking that I don't want to do that anymore. I could go and bring the knight out here instead, attack his bishop, make his bishop move. It might have to move all the way back, but that's like one move and it's also protected by this guy. I can't do this right now. I could bring out the rook instead. I could do this and go for the bishop. Is he going to try to sack? I don't think that works. Alright, so I think I'm going to go for the bishop first. Bishop will probably have to move back, but where's the follow-up? Well, it depends on where he moves to. I could go for a queenside attack, or I could try to put the knight here instead. Why don't I just take the knight? Then I get forked, so I can't do that. So I think I'm going to move the rook to the open file. I'm just going to start with doing that. Okay, so he stops that. If I go here and he goes here, or alternatively, I can go over here, only for one specific reason. I'm attacking this, yes. This is defended right now. But I'm thinking I can sack for a pawn. And he doesn't have a Greek gift right now. At a certain point there is a Greek gift, but not right now. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and win a pawn. If he takes the pawn, I don't have to take back. I can't take back because then I'll lose the knight. Okay, so he goes for that first. Oh, there is this now, which is kind of scary. Followed by this, which is also kind of scary. Okay, so now I have this check. Okay, so now I think I'm going to take this guy just because it's scary right now. So if he takes back, then I'm going to win the bishop. I was looking for the meter on the side that says if I'm winning or not. Okay. So I can actually sack here if I want to. And I think I will. Because if he takes and I take, and then I can go attack the rook here. I mean the knight. Okay, so now this knight is hanging. As well as this pawn. He can't take because then I take. So but I can also put the, and it's protected. It's a little dicey. This comes, so that might be the best. He can't do it. Okay, so he attacks the queen. Alright, so now the queen, I think, is going to move back here. Wait. Do I have a better move? I could attack here, but he's going to take here. If I take here, then what? I don't... No, I'm going to maintain eyes on this pawn for as long as I can, I think. So I'm going to go here and take this pawn. He can't take, because then I take here. And I can, like, counterattack the, at a certain point, but not yet. This, okay. Okay. So now, if he takes, okay. I don't have to take back, if I don't want to. But I think a better move is just to bring out my knight again. That way it's got like more prospects, and at a certain point, if I can like get my queen here. Okay, so now I think I'm gonna go ahead and move my bishop here. It's now protected, it's now guarding. When I go forwards. Okay, so is this a threat? He can't go anywhere. He can only go here, and that doesn't really do so much. And then I don't have this. So I can, what can I do now? I can actually bring it up and attack here. If he moves here, then I can, what can I do? I think what I need to do is get the queen off the center line. I only have 3 minutes. I can go over here, but it doesn't really do a whole lot. Threatens to win this pawn. He wants to do something like this. I could go over here, and then no, it's protected. I can't go here. I could go here, which would annoy him a lot, and he can't do anything. So I'm going to start by doing this. And then I'm going to try to go for this. The queen is boxed in here. The rook doesn't have any good places to move to right now. Takes with check is, if he goes here and then I take, and then he takes, and then I take, and then he comes down with the queen, checks, and I move here, and then he moves here. No, he can't move there because the queen's guarding on the center line. Okay, so he does that. So now I'm going to go over here. And on the next move, I would like to go here. Okay, so he does that instead. So I think he is thinking about taking that. So I think what I will do, I can go here, but then he's going to take, and then I win the queen. So that doesn't work. This is the threat. That's the other threat. I suppose that's a threat. Sacks. Then comes down. Could trade. Alright, so now I'm going to put 2 pawns in the center, I think. So I think I'm going to try that. Do I have a better move? I could fork him here. That actually works. So I think I'll try that. Thank goodness he doesn't have any checks. Look at this. He does have that, I guess. Okay, so I think I have to trade now. That saves this piece. Okay, so now I'm going to go and attack the piece again. Okay, so now I've got more pressure. If he comes and checks me over here, I'll just move over here. He does have this, but that's not so great. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and now... Well, I was thinking move it here, but I do have this check here, which doesn't really do so much. I think I'm going to start by going here, attack this piece, get my rook into the game. Okay, is this a threat right now? No, not really. Not unless I go here. So I could go here. Oh, he has this. So I'm going to move here first, I think. That seems fine. Get the rook to the open file at a certain point. I don't think that's a threat, so I'm going to move my rook here. Fucking lose immediately. Okay. Okay. It's all fine. It's all fine for now. Okay. So now what do I do? I think I'm going to go here. Continue, move my pieces forward. Okay, so now I think I'm going to continue by moving this piece here, trying to get these pieces forward, I think. Oh, fuck. I just lost another piece. Move here, I guess. That doesn't do anything, so I'm going to continue by moving this forward. Move this out of the way. Move it here, I guess. Okay. That doesn't really do much. Let's see here. Probably have to move it back or leave it be. Leave it be for now. I can't really do much about it. So now this is a threat. Okay, so it is a time scramble now. I'm down a rook, so I should probably lose. Okay, so I'm probably going to now continue pushing. Oh, that was a bad move because he's got... Okay. Okay, so probably here. Okay, so now I think here. I'm already like lost, so I just gotta like not... Do I have this now? I think I will try it. I don't think it's the move. Okay. Okay. So now he's got 2 pounds of pressure on here. I think I'm going to just go ahead and defend, and then I can open up this. Okay. Okay, so now I think I'll go ahead and bring up knight as well. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and bring the knight back. He doesn't need to be here, although I could sack. He takes, queen takes. Or I could move the queen here instead, and then I could castle on the next move, which is interesting. Okay, so he does that instead. I could do this, which is interesting, and he's going to do this, so that doesn't exactly work. So I think that bringing it back is probably the best move in the position, but I could do this as well. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do this, and then I'm going to castle. That doesn't work. I also have this, which I probably should have done first. I should have done that first. Okay. So now, here. So now I think I'm going to castle. Okay. So he does that. So what I can do is probably, I could do this if I wanted to. Or I could just move out of the way. I think moving out of the way is probably fine. I've got enough pressure here. Okay, so he does that. So looking at this. Okay. Okay, so he says move. So I'm going to go over here, I think. It attacks these pieces. If he takes, then I take. Is the knight just trapped? Okay, so he does that. So I don't want to lose it for absolutely nothing. So I'm thinking I can go here. He can't take it because it's guarded by the bishop. So I think I'm going to start by doing that. Okay, so he does this, but I don't understand. Okay, I think I'm in clear sailings now. Okay. So I'm gonna go to my game history, review both of those games. First game was kind of sloppy. But I found a brilliant move, so that's interesting. Okay, starts with the bird opening. Hated the Caro-Kann defense to the bird opening, huh? Yeah, what was I thinking? I don't know what I was thinking. It's not the Caro-Kann defense against the bird opening. That was a blunder. I should have pushed it, huh? Oh, it would have trapped. Yeah, I missed that. My bad. Well, it was my first game of the day, so, you know. Blunder. Brilliant. Huh? So where did I... So... I was winning, but that's... Yeah. I threw the game with this one move. With this one move, I threw the game. And then here, I was just trying to play out the clock. I knew that I couldn't win regular, so I just had to, like, you know, outlast. Which was a bit scummy, but I did it. Okay. What about this one? This one I played even worse. Hated this. Hated it. Yeah, I probably should have done it on the last move, huh? Yeah, I knew it. I knew I should have done it on the last move. I didn't even need to move that night. Alright. Sloppy. Sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. Sasuke! I'm gonna lose against Sasuke. He's got the Sharingan, for God's sakes. 2 pawns in the center. Advanced variation. Alright, so Daniel Okay, never mind. Daniel Naroditsky, I was gonna say, has taught me this move. Could go back and take, or I could, like, support it. I don't think so. He's gonna, I don't know, put the knight here to go for that. I could go here now. I don't want to. Like, I don't want to do this. So, but the bishop is supposed to go here. So, I don't know what to tell you, dude. I think I, like, have to redefend now. Because you know, I didn't on the last move. I don't need to. I can still let him take, but my bishop doesn't have a home, and I can't do anything about this. So he takes... I mean, the plan is never to do anything about it. So I could put the bishop here instead, but then he's gonna move here. So I could try for that, or I could just do this. I think this is the simplest move in the position, so I'm just gonna play it. I don't want to, but here we are. Probably gonna do this now, or that. I don't even care. I don't even care about that. So I'm just gonna bring my other knight out. I can bring out the bishop on the next move if I'd like to. Okay, I don't think that's the move. I can't do this. I can't do this. I think I'm gonna just do this. I was thinking about doing this, but while it does something, it gives this bishop a job to do. Okay, so he puts more pressure here. So now he's got 3 pounds of pressure, and I've only got 2. So if I want to, I can go and I can take off one of his knights. Or I can just not care. Or I could just do this. I don't think that specifically works. So I think I'll have to do this first. So I think I'm going to do this. I'll have to take castle on the next move. I could dislodge the knight immediately if I'd like to. And then it goes back and attacks the pawn, which is interesting. And then I could redefend the pawn, and then he's never... Oh, I have to do something about this, huh? So I do have to take now because he castled. As an afterthought. Alright, so I could do this if I want to. He'll have to move back here. I can redefend like this. It's ambitious though. He wants to do this anyway. So what should I do? I think moving the queen here might be alright, so I can bring the rook in, and then I can get... or I could move the queen here, which doesn't really do much. If I move the queen here, we can trade, it opens up my rook, and that does something. This is coming, by the way. So what if I do something like that? Attacks the queen, queen moves back, I move it here, he takes, I win a bishop, which is interesting. I don't want to... I kind of want to do this. And he does this, and I don't have to take. I'm going to do it. Okay. Okay. Here, here, here. That's interesting. I think here is actually fine, but then I lose this. Do I care about this pawn? To an extent. Oh, I have this move. So I can go for this move first, then I can pick up the pawn. If he trades, then I still have a strong center. I think I'm going to do that. And he has no checks. So I'm not afraid to take a stand. Everybody, come take my hand. Okay. So, do I have a better move right now? Not really. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and take. And now I get this bishop active, and then I can get the knight active as well. Alright, so attacks the queen. Gets it active. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Also at a certain point. Okay, so yeah. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this now. Cage. Okay. Okay. So I think I'm gonna move the knight up now. King checks, the king moves. And then I made him. Okay. So now I think I'm going to move out of the way. I want to get the rook here. I also have this move at a certain point. Alright, so that gives him that. So I can go here, encourage him to move, then I could check. I think I'm going to go ahead and go here first. So now what? He wants to push this straight into the end zone. I'm thinking I would like to go here, attack the... Does that do anything? Here, here, king moves back, here, 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 doesn't do anything. Oh, what am I talking about? I always have this. I always have this. Alright, so this is kind of strong. Tell the rook to move. Then I can fork these two pieces. Okay, you got to. Eat shit, Sasuke. Naruto! Sorry. I am a nerd. E4. French defense. So I was going to do something Naroditsky taught me, but he didn't take it. He brought out the knight instead, so then that happened. It didn't like this. show follow-up. Oh, I think I see. It's a trap. It's a trap. It's a trap that I'm setting. So if I go here, he takes, I take, and then, of course, I should have been more devious about it. But I wasn't. It liked it. Look at that. I'm so pleased with myself. I liked it. I hated it. I have a completely winning position. Look at that. I was scared that I was losing because I had like 2 rooks. But, making all the best moves here. That wasn't the best move. I did consider this, but I couldn't figure out the follow-up. And Sasuke has been fallen. Genius, not correct. Alright. I guess I will play until failure. Okay, so the bird's opening. So I'm going to put 1 pawn in the center. 2 pawns in the center. So he attacks immediately in the center. I could do this, but that doesn't really... I'm going to defend it instead, I think. He takes and I take back. So now I've got 2 pawns in the center. That doesn't do anything. I cannot push. Alright, so I could go here myself. I think I should do this. I should punish him for doing that move. Now he can't put the bishop there. And I think he just, yeah. So he's attacking the pawn. But that's okay. So I'm going to defend the pawn. Oh wait, if he takes and I pick up the rook. So, but then this is a threat. So that's the big threat. So if I go here, I get the rook, but he gets the pawn. Okay, so if I don't do anything, he takes this. I take this, and then he checks me and he wins my rook. I don't want him to win my rook, so I feel like I should do something about that. I could not do that. I could do this. No, because then he goes here. So there's 2 threats here. There's 2 threats. This is the second threat. So if I allow this and allow my rook to get taken, well, if he comes here, he goes here, then he goes here. Let's see here. I think I'm going to bring this here first, allow him to go here, and then I can guard like this. Okay, so now that's a threat. I could go here now, takes, he wants to go here. He wants to go here. But I have this check as well. Queen is on the wrong developing square for okay. So if I go here, which isn't such a good move, so I think moving back is probably just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and move back. Okay. I've got more than enough pressure here. I'm going to go ahead and develop the knight now. I'll develop this knight first, because I feel like that's probably the move. I could push... Okay, so he does that. That gives me another developing square. Okay, I could do this. If I push, he pushes, but then I win this. So I feel like breaking apart his center is probably the best move in the position right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. But then he just moves the knight here, which doesn't really do much for me. Let's see here, what else do I have? I could go over here, and actually this makes it stronger. Alright, so I'll go over here. I could take, cause him to move back. I don't especially like that, so maybe this was a bad move. Coulda, woulda, shouldas. Strikes back in the center, takes. I don't have that anymore. I think I'm gonna just go after the bishop now. Probably has to take. Doesn't take. Here, that doesn't work either. Okay, this game is getting a little weird. Alright, I'm not gonna do much. I'm not gonna do anything fancy, I don't think. I'm just gonna... Okay. So now he moves out of the way. So now I can, and probably should, go ahead and do that. Or maybe I should do that on the next move. I think I'm going to do that on the next move. Because can get the... You want to trade bishops? I don't think that was a good move, buddy. So we can trade. And then he brings it back like that. Okay. So that's fine. I think I'm going to... Now I have 1, 2, 3. And if he takes this way, then I can block like that. Depends. It all depends. What do I want now? He's got this strong bishop, so I need to neutralize this strong bishop. I could do this. It puts a pawn in the center. Then I could go for a trade. He has to trade, which seems... But it also splits my pawns. But this pawn still has a neighbor here, so I guess it'll be fine for a little bit. So I'll go ahead and bring out a knight to the center, I think. It attacks the queen. Okay. So now this... Okay, so I can actually do this. So I'm going to go ahead and do this now. So now I've got 2 pawns in the center. Okay, so do I want to change? I think I'm going to get rid of his bishop. His bishop is better than mine. He can take, but then I'm going to take. Okay. Okay, so I need to get my knight over here. ASAP. Okay. What does this do? Does this do anything? Alright, so I'm going to go here. Okay, that doesn't do anything right now. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and bring out my knight into the game. That doesn't do anything. Probably wants to do this. Doesn't work. Alright, so now I've got this powerful knight just sitting here. Okay. So now if I'd like to, I can go for a queen trade. Which I don't mind so much, but it's unnecessary at the moment. But if he does this, and I take, and then he goes here. Alright, so I think I'm going to go over here. Go for the queen trade. Boot out the knight on the next move, if he doesn't. Alright, so I don't have to do anything about it just now. So I think I'm going to ask... no, I can't do that. Alright. Alright, so now I'm going to tell the knight to move. Probably moves like there. Can't stay here. Alright, so I could freeze up the position like this, but that's going to create a backwards pawn later. But he can also do this, and he can also do this. So I don't think I want to do any of that. I could reserve the right to do it myself, but then at a certain point I'm going to lose this. So if I do this, I'll have to get off the center line, I think. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and freeze up the position. Possibly put my king here. Okay. Okay. He can't sack it. Okay. Isn't that just mate? No. He has like one more move. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna put my knight back. I don't especially like that he was there. My bad. Okay. I didn't want to put it here. It doesn't do anything. Alright, so he gets here. I'm gonna go over here, stop him from moving. Okay. So I think now I will go ahead and double up the rooks. Okay, that doesn't really do much. Here, then I could go for here, which I kind of like. I'll go there, I think. Alright, so. Okay, so I guess I will continue marching my pawns. Okay, so he does that. I don't have to take it if I don't want to take it. Do I have a better move? I could ask his knight to move, and then his knight has to move back. Alright, I think I'm going to do that. I don't love it, but it keeps his pieces in squares they don't want to be in. Okay, so now I've got this. At a certain point, so I'm going to try to push through, break through. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and sack the pawn first. Then I can get in on the back rank. So I'm thinking here, but then he's going to go here. That also prevents him from going there himself anyway. Alright, so sacks. The king can't move anywhere helpful right now. I don't have much time. That doesn't work. So if I go here, then he goes here to attack, and then I defend. Okay, so actually that works. Or he can just go here. But I think it's okay. I think it's okay. Or maybe it's not okay. Okay. So now, okay. Now, let's see here. Attacks. Okay. So I guess I'll go here. I've got to keep eyes on the pawn. That's mate. If I can get this square, it's mate. Alright, so he does that. Alright, so check. He moves forward. Check. He loses a knight. Okay, what else do I have? I think, okay. I don't have much time. Check, he goes here. Check, he moves here. Or here. If he moves here, then I can check him like this, but then he wins that, and then I win this. I think I have to probably take first. So then I will probably, what do I do? Probably get up here, get into his territory. Probably like losing the game now. Alright, so he does that. Now it's attacking this. Shh. I didn't have enough time. Alright, I said I'd play it until failure. I played until failure. Alright, 1460 is where we will leave it. Alright, if you're watching this in the future, I hope that you enjoyed. If you didn't like it, you should tell me why you didn't like it so I can figure out how to make it better. Alright, until next time.